Hello everyone, Alec DeLorean here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Now today we have the Charr for or against video. So we're going to go through Charr's pros, we're going to go through Charr's cons, and then we'll go through our final thoughts to see if he's meta or if he's viable from level 1 or straight up to 25. Now before we get into it, if you would like to join the Patreon or Discord, the links are in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, this content and all things Star Wars related, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the video. Right, so Charr, we're going to start off with his pros. So the very first one is going to be lots of health. He has a lot of health, which you'd expect from a tank, right? But it feels like so much more than everyone else just because he's really, really hard to take down, no matter who you're playing at, whatever hunter you are. If you see a Charr, you're just not going to have a good time. If you are a Charr main, having all this health is insane because you can do so much before you die, and then you get down to your lowest health, and then you can just go straight back up to basically full health if you really wanted to. So that's the very first point, which is really good for Charr. Next is he's got really, really fantastic crowd control. So he has two abilities which cancels out the enemy movements, which is massive because a lot of the times hunters or characters in games usually have, right, he has one crowd control and he has one big damage, one of everything. But Charr, he has two. So he's got his trap and then he's got his tether, laser tether. And if you single out one enemy, especially a support, you can get so much damage in on them and take them out because you cannot physically get them to run away, which is exactly what you want to happen. So next, he's also fantastic at holding his ground, no matter the game mode, even if it's squad brawl, but he shines more in dynamic control or power control, trophy chase. Because he has self-sustain and survivability, he's really hard to take down, and he has, yes, we've already said he's got a lot of health, but he's really good at with his abilities that makes it hard for the enemies to get close to him because they walk into the trap and they can't move. And then also he has his other ability where if you do damage to him, he'll heal for X amount of damage, which is insane because you can basically do a burst amount of damage, nearly kill him, and then he's back to full health, which is insane. So he's fantastic on trophy chase. And that goes into this point as he's great on all game modes, even squad brawl. Squad brawl is probably his worst game mode, but power control, just send him over to B, sit on B. That is your area of expertise and no one's going to take that from you. Trophy chase, you want the trophy, you're going to hold on to it and you're never going to drop it because you're Charr. And then dynamic control, you're really good at contesting the point. Say your team's losing the team fight, but you can hold on for that extra longer for your teammates to respawn and get back into the fight, and you might still be there kicking. So he's really, really good on all game modes. And I've mentioned a few times before in the pros that he has his self-heal, which is fantastic. So as soon as you pop it, you basically highlight green, and if any damage that comes onto you, no matter if it's a normal weapon or if it's an ultimate, you heal all of that damage back up to, I think it's a maximum of 225 when he's level 25. But yes, that's basically back to full health, which is insane. So he has fantastic survivability. And then his ultimate is pretty decent. It's hit or miss for me sometimes. I'm sure a lot of people do better with it. I usually get like one kill with it, but just the ability to stun, if you take out the mindset of getting kills with it and you're on a zone and you're running around just hitting everyone down, your teammates are doing damage whilst they're not firing back. So if you can just hit all four whilst you're doing it rather than just concentrating on one person, that's going to be more of an advantage for your team than if you were just to go for one kill each. But even so, it's a decent ultimate, and it rounds off his whole kit. And then, yes, Charr, I'm sorry, but every pro, there's always a con for every hunter. So the first one is that he has slow mobility. He has basically literally no mobility at all. He runs and that's it. None of his abilities give him a speed boost. He doesn't have any agility to like double jump like Nox or anything. He is just run and gun essentially, which doesn't help with, say, dynamic control. You forget to go to the next zone early and you have to trek the whole way. Or if it's power control, you have B but you want to go help on A. By the time you get to A, you've already taken it and then you've lost B. Stuff like that. So that does bring him down a little bit. It's probably his worst thing. But then he's also weaker on open/large maps. So think of in mind like Vandal Railyard. He's not going to do great at getting kills just because he's got a shotgun, so he needs to be in your face. And if you're trying to fight a Diago who can just shoot you the whole time while you're running to them, as soon as you get close to them, they'll just grapple away and you've just wasted your whole time. So he does fall off on open slash larger maps. But then in contrast, it's like, okay, Vespara Row, that's Charr's playground. He can do everything on there. And then another downside is his weapon only has 2 shots. I think it's just because it's such high damage, especially headshots. But still, 2 shots is, if you're hitting and missing, or if you're missing and missing, that's not the greatest feeling when you just can't hit your shots and you don't do much damage with it. Or if you want to save your shots and you're trying to get close to someone before you're shooting, you're wasting time. But it's not the worst thing in the world just because it does such high damage, because it's a shotgun. And for me personally, this might not be a con for everyone, so it might just be just 3 cons. But for me personally, he's not the greatest fun factor. He's fun, but there's so many more hunters for me that I absolutely have fun playing. When I first started to play, Charr was my instant favorite tank, but he's definitely fallen off for me. He's been meta like the whole 4 seasons so far, so it's not like a power thing. But yeah, the fun factor, I'm falling off with Charr, and yeah, I have to put that in the cons. So our final thoughts. Yes, Charr is about to kill me. So yes, he is a meta hunter. He is fantastic. He's been meta in season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, and I'm sure he's going to be meta in season 5. He's so good on every map. He's so strong at being a tank. Like, you don't actually have to do damage with him. Like, that's not his role. He's so good at taking damage. He's such a good sponge, and he's such a nuisance to play against when you get that perfect timing on the heal and you just go straight back to full health and you irritate the enemies because of it. So he is really, really good. He's overall just fantastic, and you want him in basically every single ranked match, apart from maybe some certain matches where it's Vandal, rail yard, power control. You're not going to do much good there because people can just shoot you from far away before they get to B. And then do you need to level Charr high for them to be viable? In this case, no. So his kit is basically, this is how you do it. Anything else added on to that doesn't make much of a difference, because yes, you lose out on some extra damage with Charr because you get extra damage with his traps and then extra damage with his laser tether, but you don't need that to be a good Charr. You just want to take damage, you want to be that tank, you want to be a fortress, and you don't need to level him high to do that. So don't use your fame grants on him, I don't think. Just save them for someone else and just play Charr and absolutely destroy matches, I guess. And there you go, there are my final thoughts, my pros, my cons for Charr. Yes, I am all for Charr. He is the best. Over the 4 seasons, he's been the highest for every single season. Like, overall, he's just been in a very, very good spot, and I'm all for Charr. Yeah, he's very, very good. I don't know what I would do to nerf him if he needs any nerfs. I don't think he needs any nerfs. I think he's really, really balanced, because a good Charr is a hard Charr, but then there's Charrs that I've come against where I can deal with reasonably just because I don't get close to them. So it all depends on the player playing the hunter, but you could say that about absolutely every single hunter in the game. But I won't keep you any longer, so if you would like to join the Patreon or Discord, the links are in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, this content, and all things Star Wars related, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.